Good evening, everybody. Welcome to It's All Black and White TV, and this is the match review. I did say I was going to start doing some shows over the weekend as well, but I'm sorry I didn't get a chance. I've been very, very busy this weekend, absolutely. Obviously, Father's Day yesterday, I went out for the day, so by the time I got back, it wasn't till late, so I couldn't do a pre-match, unfortunately. But we are here now, and we got the review. So I've got Pete and I've got John. Pete's standing by at Wembley, and John's in the studio like I am. Good evening, you guys. Hope you're well.
Very well, Tony.
How are you doing, Tony? Hi, Pete. How are we doing? You good?
Yeah, absolutely brilliant. Loving the Euros because the football's on and it's it's absolutely fantastic. Having the football on. So absolutely, it's a nice little distraction, that the Premier League's not on and we're out of season. So it's absolutely brilliant that we've got the football on at the moment, and that's absolutely brilliant. Right, guys, before we get into the show, if you do like what you see, please do smash the like. It does help the channel up the search. So please do give it a like. Thank you very much indeed. Also, if you're brand new to the channel, then come and smash the subscribe. It is free to do so, helps the channel grow. I am only 19 away now from 1200. Also, if you want to hit the bell notification, that tells you when I'm live, have a pre-record or any upcoming shows. If you want to become a member, it's 99p. You can do that clicking the join button. And also, if you want to make a donation, you can do that and hit the $sign in the chat using the super chat function. All money reinvested back in the channel, and if you do hit the super chat, you're guaranteed to have your comment read out first as well. So there we go for that. Let's nip into some comments because there's a couple of comments in there. Colton says hello, Tony. Hello, Peter. We meet again, John. Welcome. Hi, Colton. Hope you're well. Never seen you for a while, mate, but nice to see you. Feature says hi, lads. Hands down, the best YouTube channel out there. So informative. I don't know which channel you mean, mate, but thank you very much indeed. For whoever it is, but thank you very much indeed as well. Before we get on to the England game, obviously there was a game earlier today. Well, there was two earlier today, 1 at 2 p.m., which we saw Romania absolutely take apart Ukraine 3-0. I didn't see the game because I was at work, but I saw the result and I was quite astonished because I actually thought Ukraine would have won that game hands down. Austria almost scored there, by the way. I thought Ukraine would have won that hands down. Very, very surprised to see that Ukraine did not win that game and got handsomely beat 3-0 as well. Didn't just get beaten, got tonked. Let's be honest with you. That was a tonking. Then the 5 p.m. game. So this man line up for Slovakia. And this was the game. I'm thinking I want to see him pull off some fantastic saves because, look, the only reason I'm saying I want him to have a great Euros, he's in the shop window. We want rid of him, get his value up, And yes, he did keep a clean sheet, in that game, although rather fortuitous because, look, the 2 goals he conceded, he was very poor on both of them, let's be honest. But look, Lukaku for the first one, he was offside. Second one was a handball from Louis Openda, a player who I would love to see at Newcastle United, by the way. I think he's one heck of a player. Openda, he did handle the ball. Referee went to monitor, checked it. And what I like about this VAR in this Euros as well is when you saw the Openda handball, they had what they use in cricket called a snickometer. And you saw the snickometer. And you could see when it touched the hand, because as soon as it touches the hand, you get that big graph in the middle. So, the big wavelengths. And it knew it had touched his hand. And the referee had no choice but to disallow it. So Lukaku scored 2, but had both disallowed. So we have seen the first shock of the tournament. So well done, Slovakia, beating Belgium 1-0. Right, you saw the goal they scored was onside, without face, The one who scored 2 own goals at Anfield that year, that season. Look, he kept the player on side. So
him who'd phase.
Yes, but you could So, question the keeper. He probably could have done better to stop that from going in, Casteels. But you know what? Credit to Slovakia. They got the win. They could have won it by 2 or 3, if I'm honest. De Bruyne had a shot near the end, but that shot from De Bruyne actually took a deflection. So if anybody thinks, oh, look, De Bruyne looks poor, France have just scored, by the way. And the one from De Bruyne, if people think, oh, he scuffed it or whatever, he didn't. It actually took a deflection off the defender. And but yeah, well done to Slovakia. I'm going to come to you. I'll come to you first, Pete. I mean, look, were you surprised Ukraine getting tongued 3-0? And what about the Slovakian result?
Oh, just apologise if I could hear something, but I've just said it's absolutely high and it were rain outside. So I was just wondering what that noise was. Yeah, I was very surprised with the Romania-Ukraine score. I thought Ukraine was going to win that. Particularly, you had players like Zinchenko playing. Mudryk was apparently playing as well, but Romania just absolutely took them apart.
Yeah, absolutely. And the Slovakian game, Pete?
Again, very shocked. Again, the player played the bloke on side for Slovakia. The 2 goals that Lukaku win were disallowed. Where correct, he is offside, and before that, it's a handball by I forgot his name, but yeah, it was handball, and again, Dependa, yeah, and yeah, but Slovakia had some chances as well. So yeah, but yeah, definitely a real shock for Slovakia getting that win today.
Yeah, because like I say, we're seeing the first shock of the tournament. You know, there's probably going to be other shocks on the way as well. You know, but today it certainly wasn't the day for this man. That's for sure. Lukaku, as you can see there, he's absolutely gobsmacked that 2 goals have been disallowed.
There was a one before I seen he was really 1-on-3 with Dubravka, and he nearly puts it wide completely. His touch there was abysmal. I don't know what was that.
Do you think Belgium have caught up now? Because do you think age is catching up with Belgium? A lot of players are aging now.
You see, De Bruyne's in his 30s. Lukaku must be in his 30s now, I'm guessing.
31.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. I mean, John, Ukraine getting tonked 3-0 off Romania. Did you see that one coming? And what's your thoughts on the Slovakian result as well? I mean, beating Belgium, who are the 3rd best team in the world, by the way.
Well, I mean, good result from Romania. Well done to Romania. I mean, look, you don't know what you're going to get from them, but they look a decent side, and Ukraine should have gone in as favourites for that game. Now, obviously, I didn't say also work, but the way you see the goals, so 2 of the goals are fantastic for Romania, apparently. Didn't see the goals, but that's a bit of an upset, really, because I expected more from Ukraine. Look at the players they got. They got Dovik up front. You got Mudryk as well. They got some good players at Ukraine. I mean, according to the Ukrainian expert right, on TalkSport, he thinks that this Ukrainian team is the best side he has seen for a long time. Yeah? But you don't know what Ukraine are going to get. You really don't. But big up to Romania. Well done to them. Great start. They haven't been in the tournament since 2000, and they want to make the most of it. But as for the Slovakia-Belgium game, I mean, like you said there, 2 goals offside. Lukaku, if it's true, could be right. But Dubravka was outstanding today, from all accounts, yeah? But you mentioned there, I think they just catch us up in Belgium, yeah? De Bruyne's 32, Lukaku's 31, and you got Korba, I can't remember his name nowadays. There's Torba, he's not playing any, but you got a lot of players who's 30 plus, yeah? And the golden generation of Belgium's gone. But they need to win these next 2 games, because I tell you now, the pressure is really on, and they need to win that next game, no matter who they got. They have to, and I expect to step up. Belgium do find a way, and they will win the next game.
Yeah,
and whoever they got, and they need to find a way, otherwise they'll be heading home.
Yeah, I mean, John, don't remind me of 2000 when Romania were last in the Euros, because if you remember, we lost 3-2 in Charleroi. When Romania beat us 3-2 when they got a penalty, when Phil Neville made an ugly tackle.
Yeah.
And and the substitute sent Nigel Martin the wrong way, and cruelly took away us getting to the quarterfinals in that one. So we know what Romania were all about back then, but they're a different side now. You know, they haven't been in tournaments for quite a long time. But I do agree with you, John. You know, they're no mugs. But Belgium will look at Romania and Ukraine and think they can get a couple of wins there to get out the group. But I don't think it'll be as easy for Belgium, if I'm honest. I mean, Slovakia, yes, a lot of it was backs to the wall, and they've done a lot of defending. But, you know, opening games are always cagey affairs. And, you know, we're going to talk about the England game as well in a minute. And, you know, but I suspect a lot of Belgian fans will be on meltdown tonight, absolutely, without a shadow of a doubt. They will not be happy tonight. But, you know, that when you've got the likes of De Bruyne in his 30s, Lukaku, you know, you've got Tielemans, who's not really been great, has he? Hasn't set the world alight at Villa. So, look, yeah, maybe it may be age and that's catching up with Belgium. But anyway, Doku looked good. But again, he couldn't do anything to affect that result either. I'll just nip to some comments before we start on the show tonight. Gary says, good evening, lads. Good evening, Gary. Well, Colton says, John, I'm not stalking. I'm just popped up. Evening, lads. Hope everyone well. Good evening, Mad Mag. Hope you're well too, mate. Evening all, says Andrew. Good evening, Andrew. Good evening, Ian Fleming as well. He says, evening, Tony, PD and John.
Big up to you.
And they're all talking to each other there. So, yeah, guys, if you're on It's All Black and White TV, don't forget to smash that like. And also, if you're new to this channel, hit the subscribe as well. Right. So, yesterday, England took on Serbia. 8 p.m. kickoff in Gelsenkirchen. Now, the last time we played in Gelsenkirchen, it wasn't the best of games because we remember the Ronaldo wink after he got Rooney sent off. Absolute shithouse that guy is. Got Rooney off, give the wink to the bench to say, I've done it, lads. I've done what you wanted me to do. Got him off. Because I believe in that game, the referee wasn't going to send Rooney off. It was because Ronaldo made his mouth go. So, yeah, it wasn't a happy hunting ground the last time we were there. But yesterday, we went there full of hope against Serbia, thinking, right, okay, we should beat these. Now, I did think, yes, we should win this one, possibly 3-0, but it will be a tough game. You know, I mean, look, the thing is, against Serbia, we started off, we saw what Serbia lined up with as well. They looked like they were there to try and gain a point from the game because they stacked 5 across that midfield. They tried to be on the defensive, and I think what they were trying to do was stay defensive, hoping to hold it and then hit us on the break maybe, and maybe cause a problem there and get us and sneak a winner and maybe win the game. It was very, very negative tactics, very low block. And this is why I said when we played Bosnia and Herzegovina and people were saying, well, why are we playing a team like that? It's because they're from that neck of the woods, and we've got to make sure when we play these teams, we know how to break them through. We saw the return, obviously, of Jude Bellingham last night. Absolutely fantastic. We saw Foden put on the left. No Anthony Gordon starting. Trippier started as well. But look, the game couldn't have gone any better. After 13 minutes, we went ahead through this man here, Jude Bellingham. And of course, you know, this guy, I'm sorry, but I know I'm being biased, probably being English, yeah. But I think at the end of the day, this guy has got to be the best player in the world. In at 20 years of age, the swagger, the arrogance, I absolutely love it from him. I think he's absolutely brilliant. You know, and look, you think this guy's been around a long time. When you think he only left Birmingham 4 years ago and went to Dortmund at the age of 16 for 30 million quid. And now he's at Real Madrid. And he's one of the best players in the season at Madrid and scoring 20 goals for them. You know, this guy's been immense. And look, we've got a real special talent here. And we've got to make sure that we wrap this guy up in cotton wool. Because I tell you what, he could be key for us in this Euros. You know, I mean, look, I'll come to you first, John. I mean, Great start. Jude Bellingham got the header. What a talent he is, isn't he, John?
20 years old, Brummy lad, and he just said it there. 16 years old when he's made his debut for play for Borussia Dortmund. 16 years of age, yeah, and he's come off of age. This guy, do you know what I mean? Now he's playing for the best club in the world. For me, I think the best team, the best club team in the world, football, yeah, above Man City for me, and that's Real Madrid, yeah. Comes in, straight in. You would have thought he played for that famous club for a long, long time. He's taking that for the scruff of his neck. He wants it. He wants to take control of it. And Shane couldn't do that yesterday. But at the end of the day, this guy, you would have thought he played for Madrid for years and years and years. And you know what? His Spanish is coming on. And he has been fantastic yet again. What a season this kid has had for me. I mean, nothing faces this guy. Yeah. He likes to take control of the game. He takes it on. He's confident. And he's got a swag on, this guy. But again, man of the match yesterday for me, Tony. What a game. Lovely header. First half, took control. Yeah. Second half, he did try. Yeah. But Serbia came on. But Tony, if you're going to win this competition, it's because we've got Jude Bellingham in that team. And I tell you what, Gareth Southgate has got to win this tournament. Otherwise, this guy is done. He cannot get over the line, Tony. I want this guy gone. He should have gone before that. But back to Jude. So far, so good.
Yeah. I mean, Bellingham is like, look, Mad Mag says there, the way he chested that player yesterday was a lack of discipline in my eyes. There was no need to just pure arrogance on his part, but each their own, still a good player. Look, the end of the day, I suppose he's just making the other player aware that, look, I might be young, but you ain't going to bully me. Yes, okay, it could have, the referee could have done something, could have given me a yellow card or whatever for it, but didn't. But look, he's got the swagger. The lad's maturing, and he's got a long way to go. He's nowhere near his peak yet, and you just think, God, how far is this guy going to go? And Steve says, big up, lads. Big up to you, mate. Hope you're well. And he says, England was good first half, poor second half. Need to be good for the whole game, not in small halves. Yeah, I agree, mate, but we'll get into that. And Ian says, why does he not play like that for Sunderland? Oops, sorry, wrong Bellingham. Yeah, Ian, wrong Bellingham. You're that Bellingham at Sunderland, maybe on his way to Borussia Dortmund, I think. So who knows? Pete, Jude Bellingham, put her ahead.
Yep.
Your thoughts?
Yeah, right place, great header. That's why you play him as that number 10 player. But it all comes down to the attack down the right-hand side. Good link and play between Walker and Saka. And Saka plays a wonderful ball in. Had their left back on his backside. Crossed it on his weaker right foot as well. Might have took a bit of a deflection, but Jude was there to get that header to put us 1-0 up, which was really, really good. We did have a great opportunity after that. I still think Walker should have went for goal rather than squared across.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, that could have been a great chance to go 2-0 up in the game. But the second half, it could have set a glass eye to sleep in the second half. I just think, why did we just go away from not looking for that next goal? Because we've got to be careful. Because imagine if Serbia got an equaliser from that game.
Yeah.
They didn't. I think what let Serbia down was they didn't have a couple of opportunities. We dealt with them very well. I thought our defence were really good. We dealt with their attack. But when they were getting balls at the box, there was no one there. And Serbia have got a bit of height in terms of players, but there was no one there. And we dealt with them very well. But it just annoyed me why we played so paint dry in the second half. I mean, away. Look for that next goal. Well, we did. We had that chance with Kane, but we should have done a lot more from that. And players, there should have been players taken off who shouldn't have been kept on the pitch. I was Phil Foden. I'm sorry, he was dreadful yesterday. The amount of times that he gave away the ball was absolutely incredible. He should have been taken off.
Yeah, we'll get into him, Pete, soon as well. I mean, lots to talk about in that game. But yeah, you're absolutely right. You're both right. I mean, look, great goal from Jude Bellingham, great header. Arrives in the box late, does what he does best. But the lad's on fire. He's on absolute fire at the minute. Just won the Champions League. Yes, he didn't have the best game in the Champions League final. But look, we were all meltdown about Iceland and saying, oh, well, it's not great. We've just lost to Iceland, 72nd team in the world. And, and are we going to the Euros like this on the back of this defeat? And look, but you got to remember we didn't have Bellingham in that team. We had other chances to score. I mean, Foden had a chance to score. Kane had one touch all half in the first half, but he wasn't getting any service.
No.
For me, in that first half, we lacked a lot of width down the left. We had Trippier on the left, but Trippier, unfortunately, because he's right-footed, has to go to his right foot every time. But look, in that game, Trippier put in a couple of good tackles in that first half as well, showing his experience, because you got to remember he's got the experience of tournaments, Trippier. And look, we went in half time 1-0 up, and everybody's thinking, you're thinking, right, great. Yes, okay, they come into the game a little bit towards the end of the first half, which was expected. Now, I did think we'd see a reaction from Serbia in the second half, because I thought Dragan Stojkovic has got to change something here, because you can't just sit playing negatively like this all game, because eventually we're going to score maybe another 2 goals and just roll them over. So he obviously done something, tweaked something in the dressing room at half time. Serbia came out as certainly a different side in the second half. They looked a much better side in the second half, if I'm honest. They pressed us, penned us back. I thought Mark Way did well for us. People were worrying about the defence, saying, well, we haven't got Maguire there and we've got Stones there. But, Way, do you know what? I thought Gray had a great game for England. I thought he played really well.
He did.
Yeah.
I was worried about him at first. But he put some really good tackles. Maybe made a couple of dodgy things in the game, but he did very well for me. Very, very well.
I mean, look, Serbia suppressed us.
But they couldn't get past us a lot of the time.
Yeah. I mean, look, we made changes. We took off Trent Alexander-Arnold. I mean, look, before he come off, we had that free kick, and it was a Trippier territory free kick, and I thought, Trippier's got to take this. And when Alexander-Arnold took it and it went to the wall, I just thought, what a waste of a free kick. It was terrible.
Shocking. Absolutely shocking.
Yeah.
And you know what it is, right? I mean, he should not be playing CDM anyway. I mean, when you got CDM, you got Conor Gallagher there as well. Yeah? Why did you not pick him? Yeah? But the thing is, right, I'm going back to the game, right? I mean, you made some good analysis there. I mean, for me, the winner's vote is most important, but I want to see more in terms of performance. That's what I want to see in the next game. Yeah. I mean, Wharton and Man U, right, would have been ideal in a CDM. I wouldn't mind seeing one of those two coming in the next game. You know what I mean? But the way Southgate is bigging Trent up, he'd be playing again in the next game. I'm pretty sure of that. I thought Foden was poor yesterday. He's not a left winger for England. He's a 10, right? Saka, excellent first half. Second half, he faded a little bit, right? Harry Kane got marshalled by Milenkovic, right? I thought Milenkovic was fantastic at the back. 2 touches from Kane.
Oh, yeah.
Well, right. Wasn't a Harry Kane that unknown. Bonelet played well when he came on the pitch, guys. He really did. But also, the one thing I'm going to say at the end of it, Gareth Southgate, again, not convincing when he made his first sub. Serbia made 4 changes before 68 minutes. Southgate made his first on 68. Yeah. What does that tell you? Yes, it's the first game. Yes, got the 3 points. However, there's a lot of work to be done, Tony. And I tell you what, we need to fix up. We need to start taking chances, be bold as well. Because I tell you now, if we play like we did in the second half, believe you me, mate, I tell you now, we will not win the thing. We won't. Because better teams would have absolutely punished us. If you look at the one when Jovic was unlucky, when Tadic played him through, but he got his touch wrong.
His touch was too heavy.
too heavy. That is the thing. And Jovic is a fantastic touch. One of the best first touch in Europe. And he got it so wrong.
Yeah, I agree, John. I mean, look, when he took Trent Alexander-Arnold off and brought Gallagher on, I thought Gallagher looked better, if I'm honest, even though, I don't want the player anywhere near any Newcastle shirt. But look,
Not for me.
I thought he played well when he came on, Gallagher. And he was getting fouled as well, which, when he was getting fouled, he was taking the fouls and we were getting the free kicks, which Trent wasn't getting. And he was getting himself stuck in as well, getting himself in front of the Serbians, trying to take the sting out of the game. We saw Kieran Trippier go down with what looked like an injury, but was Kieran Trippier doing the old dark arts, the Newcastle United stance? And because when he went off the pitch and he started stretching, he was just taking on board the fluid things, the tubes, and when he was stretching, he seemed to be smelling as if to say, I've just took the sting out of the game for a little bit. Because that's what you got to do. You got to take the sting out of these games. And I thought when Jared Bowen come on, I thought Bowen played well. He got that crossing. Harry Kane, that was a goal all day. Unfortunately, the keeper got his hands in the way and made an unbelievable save, which hit the crossbar. Because if the keeper doesn't touch that, that's in the back of the net, and that's 2-0. But, I mean, look, going on to this guy as well, I mean, Phil Foden, very, very disappointing with him. He's not a left winger, by the way. He's a 10. He's a 10. But the problem is you can't play 2 10s. And the 10 that's ahead of Foden at the moment, in my opinion, is Jude Bellingham. And he's streets ahead of Foden, if I'm honest. Yes, as I got told by a Man City fan the other day on Twitter, oh, come on, for God's sake. He said, Jesus, he's the best player in the Premier League. I get he's one of the best players in the Premier League, yes. But is he doing it at international level? No, he is not. And that is the difference. It's all right being there with Pep and doing the things with the likes of De Bruyne around you, players like that. But when it comes to crunch, he is not a left winger. He should not be playing as left wing, but we will go into that in more detail at the end of this match review. But I thought he didn't play well. But as I say, we had the header from Kane. And then, Vlahovic didn't seem to do a lot in the game. Then all of a sudden he had a rasping shot from about 25, 30 yards out. And this guy tipped it well over the bar. I mean, what a hell of a save from Pickford, by the way. I mean, if I thought the save from Rajkovic was good from Serbia, the goalkeeper, Pickford's was even better, in my opinion, because that shot from Vlahovic could easily have gone in. And what a save from Pickford. And he's proven why he's England's number one keeper, Pickford. As much as we like to taunt him, call him T-Rex, whatever you want to call him, because of the Sunderland connection. But when it's international games, this guy has stepped up in every game for England. He has. Yep. He's good at saving penalties as well. There's some games we could have lost if it hadn't been for Pickford in goal. Definitely up there is one of the top keepers England's ever had. Let's be honest. I mean, he's no Gordon Banks, but look, he's probably not far away from him. But no, like I say, he pulled off a cracking save last night from Vlahovic. And look, we got the job done. We got the job done. I mean, Peter, I'll come to you. Pickford, that save from Vlahovic and Harry Kane's header, and the save from Rajkovic.
Yeah, great save from Pickford. Had tipped it over the bar. That was the best chance that he had all game. So, well done for Pickford. The one Kane, I think he's got to be scoring that. It's how close he is a goal as well. He's got to be scoring that one. Really, really should be. Oh, if that went in, that would have been game set and done. Completely. But I think Kane will know he should be scoring that.
Yeah. Well, yeah. But the thing is, Pete, the keeper got his hands to it. And that's the problem.
Did. But it's how close he is a goal. He should be. It's just he should be scoring those.
But then if you're maybe Rajkovic is a quality keeper and he's just got himself there and he's
from the Yorker,
right place at the right time.
I think that was his first international game, wasn't it?
Could have been, yeah.
I think it was.
You know,
I can't remember off the top of my head, but
Who's Ivanovic? Oh,
their
Rajkovic.
goalkeeper,
Rajkovic, the keeper.
yeah, that's his first. That's his first die.
Yeah, I mean, look, I've played as a goalkeeper, and look, when if a header comes in or whatever, you're going to do your best to try and keep it out. And he just put his hands up at the right time and got it, and just tipped it onto the bar, you know. But if he hadn't got his hands to that, that was in the back of the net all day long. So, you know, it would have been 2-0 then. But John,
Things like that.
the Harry Kane chance and the Pickford save.
Yeah, I thought Pickford's save. I watched it back again. Pickford was a fantastic save, but all he did is tip it over the bar, and he had to make that save. Yeah, he had to make that save, but just for safety. But Harry Kane, I mean, I agree. I mean, he shouldn't have scored. Great header, should have scored. He scored some. He scored some Bayern Munich. He scored some for Spurs. He scored some for England. Last night he didn't, but that's just golden chance. And I thought, far away. It's a cracking save by the keeper. Touched it onto the post. That was a cracking save. Let's not diss it out. That was a great save there, you know. And that's the best chance he's had. But after that, we didn't have any more chances, didn't we? Do you know what I mean? I mean, Serbia tried to get into the game, and the trouble is, it just cannot finish. That is the thing.
That was the problem.
And better teams would have done. Do you know what I mean? But,
yeah.
We've got that win, like I said. But going back to Phil Foden, are we going to come on to Phil Foden in a minute?
Well, we'll do it. We will do towards the end.
I missed another player who was brilliant yesterday, and that was Rice.
Declan Rice, yes, he was fantastic. He was everywhere. Even though somebody wrote on Twitter, Declan Rice was very poor last night and overrated. And I thought, what? What game were you watching? Honestly, you get some knobheads who don't watch games and then they go, oh, he's overrated. Well, no, he wasn't. He was everywhere, Declan Rice. He was putting tackles in, you know.
He was.
We saw it in the second half where Trippier went shoulder to shoulder with Mitrovic, and Mitrovic went down and tried to claim for a penalty. When it was never a penalty all day. It was Kieran Trippier, with his experience, with his 33 years, head on him, shoulders, an old head saying, look, I know how you play this game, and I know what it does to give a penalty away. And all I'm doing is I'm shoulder barging you. You're not getting in there. You're not getting in for that ball. That's all Trippier done. Used his experience. That's what it was.
It was never a penalty.
That's why VR quickly looked at it and quickly dismissed it.
Exactly.
Just going into some comments. Mad Max says, first the arrogance seeps in, then the self-entitlement down in tools. Just from what I've seen with the likes of Mbappe and Rashford, I don't want that to happen with Jude. That will not happen with Jude Bellingham, because I tell you now, there's no way Ancelotti will allow him to do that. So he won't go down that road. Ian Fleming says Jude Bellingham is one player I'd love at the tune, but sadly not going to happen. Do you know what? I don't think we'll ever see him in the Premier League. I really don't.
I go with that, because I said to another channel, so I said to Craig on another channel, I don't think you'll ever see this guy in the Premier League, because
no,
Real Madrid is the best league. It's the best team in the world. Yeah. Why do you want to leave Real Madrid?
Yeah, absolutely. Vich says, Jude is unbelievable at 20 years old. Totally agree. He has some serious length too. Defo do damage future Ballon d'Or. Absolutely. Jabba Dabba Do one says, I'm disappointed with our fans with the Tonali that he don't owe us anything. He owns it himself, and to prove his family and friends that we will always support you, Tonali. Yeah, absolutely, Jabba. I totally agree with that, mate. I mean, look, he's vowed to repay the faith, hasn't he? And look, I think we'll see a different Tonali next season. Look, our first game back against Villa last season, he played really, really well. Until this come out about his gambling addiction, that's when he started going downhill a bit. But then once it was out and it was in the open, he started playing better again. I think we'll see a different Tonali next season. And it'll be like a new signing. He literally will be like a new signing next season. But the work he's putting in the training ground and everything, you know, and don't believe the stupid rumours going around on Twitter that apparently Milan are eyeing up a swap move for Tonali for Tomori, because that ain't happening. That ain't happening. So don't be. That's a stupid rumour by somebody. Tonali knows how much faith Newcastle have supported him, put in him, and how much they've supported him, the club as well. And, he'll want to repay that faith to not just the fans, but to the owners of the football club and Eddie Howe and everybody who's shown the faith and support him through the tough times. So, look, I think, yes, we will definitely see a different Tonali next season. So was Rooney, says Carlton. Ben says, hi, Tony, Pete and John, how are you? Yeah, not too bad, mate. He says, why do you think Southgate didn't bring Gordon or Ollie Watkins on? Look, I was at a miss with that, but if I'm honest, I think he was trying to just see the game out. And maybe he just thought maybe if you push Gordon on there, maybe Gordon goes too direct, and then obviously we could be opened up or whatever. But who knows? I don't know. I don't know the answer to that one. Only Gareth Southgate could answer that one. Carlton says, we ain't going to win. He plays for that team. He plays for that team. It's not working. Too much pride, says Carlton. Veach says, if England come top or second, we will go through. Yeah, I mean, look, best thing we can do is win the group. If we win the group, we play the third best team of D, E, or F. So there you go. So we've got a nice second round that way.
Mm-hmm.
Good evening, Tino. Mad Max says Rice had a great game. He's underrated, if anything. Absolutely, Mad
Max. Brilliant, Declan Rice.
Tino says for Thursday against Denmark, it will be Pickford, Stones, Tomori.
Tomori's not there.
Tomori's not in the team, though, mate. Trent. Mitchell's not there either.
No.
Gallagher, Wharton, Bellingham, Saka, Gordon, Kane. I don't think Wharton's ready, though, is he? Well, he's ready, but I don't think he's ready to start a game. I'm not sure.
No, I don't think Wharton's ready to start yet.
And you've missed Rice out of that as well.
You can't leave Rice out. He controls that midfield.
You can't leave Declan Couscous there. Couscous, people keep saying Couscous is like rice, but sometimes I call him Couscous. But it's Declan Rice, but I call him Couscous.
What was the point? Just to bring on Shaw, he's injury prone. I mean, there's no reason to bring Shaw on. Tino says we must get Tomori if the club have any ambition. They need to shorten the window, I reckon.
It'd be cracking clear.
It'd be a cracking clear, but you'll not be coming. He's made it clear in Porto Milan. He said that he thinks Newcastle's a backward step in his career.
Ooh.
And if that is true, quality. If I'm not saying it's true, if he said that ain't good. That ain't great.
Ben says, do you think we beat Denmark Thursday? We need to watch out for Christian Eriksen. Ben,
I believe we will. We should do.
Look, Denmark are not that great. Yes, they probably should have beat Slovenia yesterday. But, look, I think we've got enough to beat Denmark. Denmark, look, if we beat Denmark, we've qualified on Thursday before we even play Slovenia. But we've obviously got to get the job done and finish top of the group. But look, if we beat Denmark, we're through. And I believe if we top the group, and this is my opinion, and people may think, oh, hang on, you're dismissing this, yeah? But I'm not. I actually think that we top that group, Serbia will go through as runners-up. It won't be Denmark. Tino says, Gallagher over Rice, you may call me crazy. I wouldn't put Gallagher hard ahead of Rice, mate. No, definitely not.
Absolutely no chance. No chance. Not a chance. You got more Tino chance having no Gallagher.
Yeah, absolutely.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. Ben says on interviews doing live for the Premier League fixtures. We're all at work. That's a problem, mate. At 9 p.m.
I'll be at work come back to me on that.
I might do the show tomorrow. I think I'll do it tomorrow if you guys want to come on, but we'll see.
Yeah. I mean, so I mean, look, we won the match 1-0, which is, look, You can't ask for any more than that. You want to win the opening game. You don't want to lose an opening game. Yes,
Well done.
it can be cagey opening games, because you don't want to lose, but you don't want to give goals away either. And maybe that's why we played a bit defensive at times as well. I mean, look, before the last Euros, we'd never won an opening game in the Euros. Now we've won 2 in a row under Southgate. We won against Croatia 1-0 in the last tournament, and we got the final.
Yep.
And we've beat Serbia 1-0 in this one. So, look, just because we've only won 1-0, yes, okay, it wasn't great watch yesterday. It was too nervy that we were sitting back. We seem to be sitting back, inviting the pressure on from Serbia. If we were inviting the pressure on, or it could have been Serbia, could have been playing quite well. Let's not rule them out. I thought they played okay, Serbia, yesterday as well. But for me, I think man of the match yesterday for me. Oh, we've lost John. I don't know where John's gone. He's probably frozen. Might be back in a minute anyway. But for me, man of the match for me, Pete, without a shadow of a doubt, was that man there. Hey, Jude.
Yeah, I was torn between him or Rice at first, but yeah, I think Jude. It's just the way he was up and the way his control on the ball was just superb, wasn't it? And just to be in the right place for the header was just incredible as well. Where would we have been without that guy on the pitch?
What a player he is, Pete. What a player. I mean, geez, honestly, who would have thought this lad from Birmingham, would have gone to, when he went to Dortmund at the age of 16, nobody thought of where he would be by the time he was 20. Didn't think he'd be, he probably didn't think he'd be playing for Real Madrid by the time he's 20. I mean, look, I know it sounds crazy what I'm going to say as well, though, but he's still old enough to play for the under 21s as well. That's the thing. And if he was to start a qualifier for the under 21s, he could play the Euro under 21s competition, and he would rip that up. I tell you now, he really would. I mean, John, obviously you went off because you must have froze or whatever, but I said man of the match for me, John, was this guy here, Jude Bellingham. Do you disagree with that, or do you have a man of the match that's probably played better than him? But I thought he was immense.
There's got to be one, mate, and that's that guy. You just saw this, yeah? Jude B. Absolutely fantastic. Control again in midfield. I thought he was everywhere. The pass he did after he scored that goal, the outside of the foot, yeah, it was superb. But lovely header from across the Saka. I thought he controlled the game. Definitely control that game. And I'm afraid the others in the England team just didn't do it. Only Jude did. And immense, absolutely immense. This guy has come of age. We don't want to put pressure on 20-year-olds, yeah? He has taught the other experienced players how it's done. Simple as that. Yep. Long may it continue. I tell you one thing, Jude Bellingham played for a German side or a Spanish side. That country nation will win the whole thing, I'm telling you. Because Jude Bellingham is good enough to play for Spain, Italy, Germany. I tell you what, he'd be even better playing for Brazil. And talk about Brazil, they're not that good a nation at the minute. They're poor.
No.
And Billy Junior's the one. He's keeping that side afloat, I'm telling you.
Yeah. I mean, look, I'll just go through Bellingham's stats yesterday. I mean, obviously, we know he's an immense player. His value is actually at 170 million euros now. That shows you how much his value is going up and up and up. Yeah, it's going to go up, isn't it? But he played 86 minutes yesterday. He got 1 goal. He didn't get any assists. He had 93 touches of the ball in 86 minutes. 67 out of 70 passes were accurate, which is 96% accuracy. 4 out of 4 long balls were accurate. He had 1 cross, which wasn't accurate. He had 1 shot on target, which he scored with. 2 out of 5 dribble attempts were successful. 9 out of 15 ground duels won. He won his aerial duel, the only one he had. He lost possession 10 times. He caused 1 foul, and he was fouled 4 times. He made 2 clearances, 1 interception, 3 tackles, and he dribbled past 1 as well. I mean, look, those stats there, they don't lie. Yes, the the Serbian players were trying to rough him up. They were bunning him over and everything, and he just kept getting up and getting on with it. And look, that guy is as strong as an ox, isn't he, though, John?
Do you know what it is? I mean, 6'1", 6'2". I tell you what, he is built like a middleweight boxer. I tell you what, you get close to him, he'll knock you off as well, people. And I'll tell you one thing as well about Jude. He's just going to get better and better and better. And this just knows the ceiling is there for this guy. And I just think he's just going to get better. He's going to be, like I said, he's going to be a Ballon d'Or winner. And I've always said that. Once he gets it, bosh, he is going to be for real. That guy is for real. And I can't say a bad thing about Jude at all whatsoever. It's just so exciting to watch.
I mean, Pete, what about you? I mean, Jude Bellingham, what, you know, those stats, I mean.
Incredible, absolutely incredible. He's going to get better and better on throughout the whole of his career.
I'm going to dive into Declan Rice's stats because obviously we know he had a good game yesterday. And these stats will actually tell you how good a game he played. So for these idiots that are on Twitter saying that he's overrated, they really do need to take either a long, hard look at themselves or actually go and watch a game of football before you start deciding who's underrated or who's overrated or whatever. Right, so he played the whole 90. He had 90 touches of the ball. Okay, that's one touch every minute. 77 out of 81 passes were accurate. So that's 95% accuracy. He made one key pass. 2 out of 2 long balls were accurate. He didn't have any shots on target or off target or blocked. He had one dribble attempt, which was successful. 3 out of 7 ground duels he won. He didn't win his aerial duel. He lost possession 5 times. He made one foul. He wasn't fouled. He done 1 clearance, 2 interceptions, 2 tackles, and he dribbled past 3 times. You know, that is an immense. So anybody who says Rice is overrated, I'm sorry. You need to go and give your heads a wobble, guys. Whoever you are on Twitter, give your heads a wobble because this guy got an absolute barracking off a lot of people, you know, because everybody was saying, what are you on about? How's he overrated, you know? Do you think he's overrated, Pete?
No, definitely not. Why did Arsenal go and get him? Paid the 100 million for him? He's just one of the best CDMs I've seen ever. One of the best I've really, really seen. He does a job of protecting in the defence as well. And that's what I really like about Declan Rice.
Yeah.
You take him out the team, you worry who's going to help protect that defence. Because he wouldn't be there if he was taken out. He's just a really, really good, one of the best CDMs I've seen of all time.
Absolutely. And what about you, John?
Well, I think some of the fans, right, are just triggered if they think Declan Rice had a good game. He had a fantastic game yesterday, yeah. People's got their opinions, cool, yeah. But like you said, Tony, they must have watched a different game to us, right? Declan Rice is pivotal in that England side, yeah. I mean, that's what Arsenal got him, 105 million quid worth every single penny. That guy, I tell you what, he's got legs, he drops back in defence. You know, there's moments, Gehrig went too far forward, yeah. Super bloke, Declan Rice slipped into his position, won the ball like that, yeah. Declan Rice, was he 26? He's still got another 8 more years at the highest level. And I tell you what, I've always rate this guy. And he had some stinkers last season for Arsenal, I can't lie. But when he is on it, he is on it. And I tell you what, he is going to go a long way.
Yeah. Even everyone says exploring the Northeast. Good evening to you, mate.
Well,
big up exploring the Northeast.
Yeah, if you drop me a DM when you're ready, mate, and I'll get you on the channel, no problem at all. That'd be fantastic to have you on this channel. So we did touch base a couple of weeks ago, and I know you were going on holiday, and I hope you had a good time. But drop us a DM whenever you want to come on, mate. We'll arrange a date for you to come on. That'd be fantastic. Tino says, I think Wade deserves it. He absolutely shone last night. Was super underappreciated because he didn't score. Without him, we concede 1+ goals. Yeah, I mean, look, Guay had a good game last night. I'm not disputing that, but I think Bellingham was just probably the best player on the pitch. You know, I mean, Gray did play well. Let's be honest, he did. But obviously, maybe you've got to look at. Yes, he was outshone by but by Bellingham. But again, I thought he had a cracking game last night, and maybe he's put himself in the shop window because if he plays well for England in this tournament, however far England go, which is hopefully all the way to defend and win it, then I'll tell you what, this guy's going to be in demand from quite a few teams. I mean, look, we'll go through his stats last night. A full 90 minutes played. He'd done 2 clearances, 1 block shot, 1 tackle. He won his 1 out of 1 ground duel. He won 1 out of 3 aerial duels. He lost possession 3 times. He had 60 touches of the ball. 51 out of 53 passes were accurate. He had 1 out of 2 long balls, which were accurate as well. So look, he had a great game. But yeah, he was definitely up there as one of the top 3. Colton says the only player to score a goal, best player on the planet. Absolutely. Grace certainly want to watch, but Osaka Barley let him out of his pocket when he come to St James's Park.
If he's corrected that to Isak.
Isak, sorry.
Isak, yeah, he did.
Evening, Jen, says Brenny, good evening to you. Trevor says, what do you think of Pickford's save? Fantastic, mate, really wasn't it? Save. Yeah. To be fair, he was playing Hodgson ball.
Or Bruce Ball.
Yeah. He's spitting his tummy out of an owl. I've always said that. If we could get Tamari, we could get Abkasilla. We battered him at West Ham and outdid him at Newcastle. Says Colton. I think he's on about right. Was Porteous right to get an extra match suspension for Scotland, lads? What's your thoughts? Mad Mag, look. That was a terrible, terrible tackle.
It was a tackle that it was an out of control challenge. He's had no complaints that he got sent off for that. Imagine Gundogan's leg was gone in 2 there.
And if you go back about 3 years ago, if you go back, you'll see an interview on YouTube from Steven Gerrard after a post-match interview. When Porteous was playing for whoever the opposition was against Rangers at the time. He actually done a tackle similar to that on one of his players. And Steven Gerrard says, why has he done such a stupid tackle that could have ended a player's career? He says, yes, okay, he's got himself sent, but why is he getting himself sent off for it? And, and obviously Steven Gerrard's condemning him. So again, he's done it again, hasn't he? And maybe that's his Euros finish now, because I'm not being funny. Scotland still think they're going to get 4 points. They are not going to get points off Switzerland at all.
Not a chance.
I think that'll be a very Switzerland comfortable win.
Yeah, I do as well.
Don't look good for Scotland as well. Don't look good for Scotland.
You look at that game against Germany. There was no effort. They were trying to play long balls. It just wasn't working. Where's the goals coming from for Scotland? Che Adams, really?
Not the answer. Not the answer.
They haven't got. They haven't got Lyndon Dykes because he's injured, isn't he?
No, there you are.
But Scotland, the end of the day, right? They haven't. You look at the years, right? They had Dalglish, Solness, Strachan, and Hansen. All those players. I tell you, if they had those players today, they'd probably win the group because they're so good.
Yeah.
Can you imagine Souness, right? Control the midfield against Germany. He probably would.
Yeah, he probably would, yeah. Big up Mr. T, John and Peter. Good evening to you, Mick. Hope you're well. Tino says 21-year-old centre-back in League Earn had a very good already and very high potential. Wouldn't be expensive. Yeah, possibility. I mean, look, people have said we're looking at Tadibo from Nice. I'm not being funny. Can you see Ratcliffe selling to us from Nice? I can't. He won't sell to us, Ratcliffe. Not that man.
Not a chance.
Trevor says, what I heard is England drank out the bars of beer. Yeah, they possibly did, mate. Yeah. I mean, look, there was a thing yesterday, a video seeing England fans attacking Serbia fans, but it actually wasn't. It was actually Albanian fans attacking Serbian fans. So it wasn't English fans, and they came out later that it was actually Albanians, which is probably right, to be fair, because them countries are very close. And I've been to Albania, and look, I'm not going to say it, but Albania is a lovely country. I mean, I went to Tirana, beautiful city, absolutely friendly people. So look, maybe there's that little bit of hatred between them two, rivalry or whatever. And that's the way it is. It's the same in the cricket when you got India versus Pakistan. That's always one of those high risk matches because look, the two countries don't get on with each other. So look, so it happens all over the place. Tino says, to be fair, Gerrard's no better than Hodgson as a gaffer.
Gerrard just could do it in the Premier League, but he could do it in the SPL.
How Gilmore and Shanklin didn't start as criminal, that's Steve Clark for you, says Mad Man.
And the assistant who claims he's the best coach in the world or the Premier League.
Scotland fans were hoping Serbia dumped us out 5-0 last night.
So
you know I
was referring to as the best coach in the Premier League.
Yeah, absolutely, Trevor. There were England and Serbian fans were drinking well together. I mean, the police were a bit concerned because there was some Serbian hooligans coming over to start trouble, but obviously nothing's been said. So maybe they haven't came over, and maybe the police have stopped it all. But again, who knows on that one? Right. So obviously, let's talk this man now. There he is, Phil Foden. Now, Phil Foden started on the left wing for England, but he didn't really stay on the left, if I'm honest. He kept drifting in all the time because we know he's a number 10. He's not a left winger. Look, I was very disappointed with Phil Foden yesterday. I back up what I put on Twitter when I said he shouldn't be anywhere near the England team. He's not good enough. Yes, he might be the best player in the Premier League, but international level, I'm sorry, but it's above Phil Foden. It's above him. We've seen it over the years. John Barnes, great player in the league, but international level, not the best. Yes, we know he scored the great goal against Brazil and all that, and he gave the cross for Lineker to score against Argentina in '86. But look, John Barnes was never the best player. Sometimes players can't cut it at international level. Or is it because just Foden can't get in that number 10 role because that's where Bellingham plays? And there's no way I would bring Bellingham further back to put Foden in the 10 role. Because I think then you're taking away Jude Bellingham's game a little bit if you bring him back into a more defensive midfield as opposed to being in that number 10 role, which he's got that freedom. For me, look, I think Southgate needs to make a call on Thursday, and I think he needs to say to Phil Foden, you're on the bench for this game. We're going to play Anthony Gordon on the left. And it's not because I'm putting my Newcastle hat on or my black and white rose tinted glasses. It is because this is the way I see it. And I'm going to ask you for your thoughts in a moment as well, guys. But the way I see it at the moment with Phil Foden is, I would put him on the bench on Thursday. I would start Anthony Gordon on the left. If you want to make a change during the game, like say, for instance, if we're winning comfortably 2 or 3-0, say maybe, you could say after 60 minutes, you could say, right, okay, we'll take Jude Bellingham off and we'll put Foden on because he can go straight into that role because that's a role he plays at City. And for me, that would probably work better.
I agree.
I mean, Peter, I'm going to come to you. I mean, look, Phil Foden was very disappointing yesterday. He was non-existent, basically. Even his shots he had weren't convincing. I mean, what was your thoughts on it yesterday?
Very disappointing for me. The amount of times I saw him lose the ball, and it was terrible. Just wasn't on his game at all. He looked lost half the time. He just didn't know what he was doing. Which is very, but was he playing out of position? Possibly. But very disappointing for a young lad who's supposed to be one of the best talented in the Premier League as well. We just unfortunately didn't see that. Could it be because he's under who for the international? I don't know. It could be. But I was just very disappointed. He should have been taken off, and I can't believe he played the full game, which he shouldn't have. So I think he needs to be taken out on Thursday, and to be Gordon goes in for me.
Yeah, I mean, before I get to John, I'm just going to nip into this comment from Tino. He says, why does everyone think that Ratcliffe hates Newcastle when he doesn't? He's just a cheapskate who won't pay for Ashworth. I reckon if he gives us to Devo at a reduced fee, then we give him Ashworth. Look, Tino, the thing is, right, he's said things about us in the past, you know? He said things about us recently, you know? Slating our owners, you know? Saying that we're being silly, putting a massive fee on Ashworth. No, we are not being silly. And Ratcliffe is just nothing better. I tell you what Ratcliffe is.
A guy who sees his goal with his clothes on.
I tell you what Ratcliffe is, right? Ratcliffe is a leech. He's a leech. Like the guy who used to own our football club, the fat cockney, who owned our football club, who was a leech and a drain on Newcastle United as a whole, until we finally got rid of that leech. And Ratcliffe is no better than what he is. And Ratcliffe does not want to spend money. You can see that. Look at what he's done for Jared Banthwaite. Oh, I'll go in for 35 million quid. You're not getting him for 35 million quid. And because Everton won 75 million, he says, oh no, that's too expensive. So he's dropping it now. That guy, I don't care what people say. He's had plenty to say about Newcastle United and he still mumbles on about us. I can't stand the guy. And at the end of the day, as far as I'm concerned, Ratcliffe can go and rot for all I care. You know? This is the same guy who wants to build a so-called Wembley of the North with taxpayers' money. You know? And this is a guy who owns Ineos and has billions of pounds. And yet, he wants us to pay for a stadium. Well, I'll tell you what it is. If Labour get in and Keir Starmer agrees to help in and pay for a stadium through taxpayers' money, I will not be happy. Because I tell you now, why should I go to work and pay taxes just to give Man United a brand new stadium? They can go and bog off as far as I'm concerned. They can bog off Man U, absolutely. You know, so yes, you may see it that he doesn't hate us, but I think he secretly does hate us. And I don't think he would give us to Devo on the cheap. I think he would really put the money up. And because that's just the type of guy he is. He's a twat. That's what he is. A twat. And that's why he won't get rid of Ten Hag, because he doesn't want to pay the compensation. And he won't get a new manager because he's got to pay compensation. Well, yes, Ratcliffe, that's how it works, matey. That's how it works. So you keep Ten Hag for the next 10 years. We'll stay above you for the next 10 years. Thank you very much, Mr. Ratcliffe. You really are a great guy.
Oh, wow.
And that is my rant for him.
Storm
Pete, thoughts on that rant?
Hey, that was brilliant, that, Tony. That was one of the best I've seen it.
But am I right, though, Pete? He's like a leech that owned our club?
Yeah, absolutely. If he doesn't want to spend the money on players, this is today's transfer markets now, unfortunately. The reason Everton have slapped 75 million because they want to keep him.
Yeah.
That's why they've slapped a big price tag on Branthwaite. And someone like him doesn't want to pay the money for it. And if he doesn't want to get rid of Ten Hag, again, you'd have to pay compensation. Yeah. I'd be interested what Man United's business is going to be in the summer. Because I don't think there's a lot of Man U fans who feel that confident that they're not going to do very much in that window.
Yeah.
They need players that they need to get rid of. It's going to be hard because of the wages that they're on as well.
I mean, John, what did you think when Man U put that 35 million quid bid? And I just laughed at it, if I'm honest.
It's hilarious, man. It's absolutely hilarious. Yeah, I mean, the thing is, right, what people don't realise, right, I mean, Man U spent 1.6 billion quid, right? Let's be real. United spent money on the wrong areas, yeah. Anthony, 85 mil, yeah. They put that Masala, I think it was Masala, the left back, 22 million quid, hardly played, right? Casemiro, 70 million quid. Real Madrid say, yo, we take 70 mil. Bosh! They absolutely mugged him.
I mean, you look at how run down the stadium is. No wonder people are saying Old Trafford's falling down. Is the guy going to spend the money to get part of the stadium repaired that needs repairing?
Yeah, facts. I mean, the club, I've been there myself. I mean, it's just it needs sorted out. No wonder they didn't get choose for one of the competitions, like, do you know what I mean? But I tell you something now, right? And let's be real, right? United, right? They got a lot of work to do if they're ever to win the title. They're not going to win the title for a long, long time. We'll win it before then. I'm telling you. And I told to lots of United fans that as well. And they kind of agree with us, what I'm saying. But do you know what? My advice to Dan is, or Cashworth, is pay the money or he remains on garden leave. Yeah. Because at the end of the day, right, you can spend money on anybody. Yeah. And you can't spend 20 mil for us. I tell you one thing, right? I don't think we'll ever do business with them at all whatsoever. And I don't think Jim Rackett would do business with us at all whatsoever. Do you know what I mean?
No.
And another thing is, right, just off topic here before we go on to back to England, the Premier League is now the Super League. And here's why. Think about it. We didn't want the Super League, right? The Big Six have got FFP PSR restrictions, yeah, like we have. They have got their own Big Six, yeah. Now it's official, the Super League in the Premier League.
You're absolutely spot on, John. Let's go through some comments. NS Sports TV, big up to you, mate. Hope you're well.
Well,
Chelsea.
Mad Max says a burst of energy Foden could bring to a match on the bench would be phenomenal, but I agree with Pete. He just seemed lost for the full 90 minutes. Yeah, absolutely. Tino says it doesn't mean he hates us though. We can still do business. I do think he's wrong, but don't think he hates us. He's just pissed off about Ashworth. Well, I don't care.
Because he doesn't want to pay the money. That's why. You either
cares
pay the
about
money or you don't have him.
But
we're just giving him on gone to live because we're trying to get rid of the snake anyway.
Tino says, I'm sorry, but £75 million for a centre-back, no matter how good it for a 22-year-old centre-back, is way too much money.
Everton have done it for a reason because they don't want to sell him.
I don't think it is.
He's a really, really good centre-back, and Everton don't want to lose him.
Plus, Van Dijk went to Liverpool.
Plus,
you know what it is,
Everton.
Right? And you know what it is, right? I'll tell you what I blame for this as well. I'm not going to blame Everton, right, or anyone like that. I blame the Premier League because they brought in the stupid ruling, right, about this PSR. Clubs are not spending because of that, because they are scared of getting the points deduction, right? I hope Man City rip them apart, open a can of worms. I hope Villa do the same, right? Get rid of the stupid PSR thing, right? Because it's killing the trade, it's killing the business, and the most important, guys, it's killing football. It's as simple as that. It's killing the whole thing. We need to compete and make the league competitive and better. Competitive now? You've got to be joking. Get in the bin. Get in the bin, man. And I hope City win this.
Yeah.
You can see business quiet.
Again, right, probably a reason why Everton have slapped 75 million, because if they're really under financial difficulties, the way they've had points deduction, they're going to want the money in a way as well.
Pete, you know what it is, right? I hope Everton to hold on to the valuation of this guy. Do you know what I mean? So you pay that money, right? No wonder Man United get frustrated, because they want to get the best players, especially on talent, come for the club. They want a big uplift at that football club, And at the minute, they are struggling. I spoke to a mate today, right? I mean, he's a Man U fan, right, at work, and he thinks it's going to take 3 or 4 years to get a world-class manager who's going to come to that football club. That football club needs an absolute uplift from top to bottom, Because I tell you what now, right? I mean, there's only a couple of players there, right? It's worth a shirt. You got Martinez as one of them. Bruno Fernandes is one of them, when he behaves himself, by the way, right? And as far as I know, Man U as well, But at the end of the day, it needs to start again at football club. I'm going to get Alice on one day.
Tito's comment said, did he say that Den Hog deserves another season? I'll be very surprised if the guy lasts a full season next season.
The thing is, right?
What? Colton saying, why are we talking about Man U? Get them. I mean, look, it was only because Tino brought up about Ratcliffe, and so I just mentioned it as in a way. I was just trying to compare who Ratcliffe was to like the leech that owned our club. So that's why I went, and that's where Mad Max says, "Go on, Tony, son." I feel really ready for the battle with the Manx after that prep talk, says Mad Mag. Yeah, we're going to move on. Don't worry from that now. So look, right. I mean, look, going forward for England. Look, we got Denmark Thursday. Frankfurt, I think it is, isn't it? I mean, look, Denmark on Thursday. It's going to be a different game. But I'll come to you, John, first. What changes would you make? Many changes to that team on Thursday, and why?
100%. I mean, he's got to make changes, but I don't think he will. He wants to keep Lewin inside. That means he wants to keep Arnold in the side, Trent in the squad. He's not going to rip. He's not going to rip it up. Like the back four's going to be the same. If I was the manager, right, I take out Trent. Yeah. For me, if he wants to play 4-2-3-1, yeah, I'll get in. Probably, I'll give Wharton a try. Yeah, get him in. Right. If you're young enough, you're good enough. Old enough is going to be able to call it, right? The attacking three, Anthony Gordon has to start, right? First pacing Gale, right? Drop Forden, yeah. Saka on the right-hand side. Or I'll probably go brave and put Bellingham in the CDM alongside Declan, right? And Cole Palmer can play as a 10. I'll play him as well. Change it up, man. Change it up because I've got to go for it, yeah? Just keep it fresh. You got to keep the team fresh, do you know what I mean? And then it goes that way. But that's why you got a 26-man squad. You got to freshen it up, man. But if you just play the same team and it does come off, I tell you what, Southgate's going to be a massive trouble. Do you know what I mean? Kurtz's going to come his way. Simple as that. Then you've got Slovenia, who I fully expect to beat, by the way. Yeah. And that Sesko looks really good. Sesko looks really, really good. Do you know what I mean? But class that. But, you know, we've got to do Denmark first. Win that game, we'll be through. And then, hopefully, Gav will change the team up a little bit.
Yeah, absolutely. We got to do something. I'll come to Pete in a moment. Just going to some comments. So, Mad Mag asks, it says, we could have put Stevie Wonder on for Kane and he'd still get more touches than last night. Oh, so there you go. I know what you mean. But I see what you mean. That's brought a smile to everybody's face, that one as well. I thought I put Stevie Wonder on there for a laugh. Right, okay. Pete, I mean, Thursday, Frankfurt Arena. You know, changes. What would you make changes wise and why?
I think we need to take Forden out because that side doesn't suit him. I think I'd definitely play Gordon in there. Poor midfield. Got to keep Bellingham and Jude in there. Trent, he was okay last game, but he wasn't great. Paul, hey.
Yeah, I kind of agree. I would
probably play someone like Gallagher should play there then.
Yeah. Looks like Didier Deschamps, I think, is getting a yellow card off the referee.
Still 1-0, yeah?
He's ready. Yeah, still only 1-0, and they're going at the last minute now. So I don't know what's going on. There's a bit of a talking to here. I think no, I don't think he's getting the yellow card. I think it's Mbappe is going to get a yellow card when he gets up off the floor. Yes, he is. It's Mbappe. So but he's walked back on the pitch, and then he went, that's why, because he came off the pitch with the physios, and then he walked back on and then went down holding his nose. And the referee's given me a yellow card because he wasn't supposed to come back on the pitch. So, yeah, changes I would make for Thursday. I would definitely take Foden out the starting lineup and replace him with Anthony Gordon, because you look at Gordon, and it's not because I'm a big Newcastle fan, but I'm looking at an England side and I'm thinking, with Gordon, his pace, the directness from Gordon, he'll frighten that Danish defence. He could have frightened that Serbian defence last night, if I'm honest. Certainly would have given him the challenge. So I would kind of replace Gordon with Foden. I would probably bring. I wouldn't move Jude Bellingham further back. I would keep Jude Bellingham where he is in the 10 role, because look, that's his best position. And I think if you push him back a bit, you're going to take a lot of the attacking instincts out of his game, because he's going to have to be back as a defensive midfielder. And I think he's better than that. So I think keep Bellingham in the 10.
Mm-hmm.
Definitely take Alexander-Arnold out of that team. He's not a midfielder. Put Gallagher in there. Give Gallagher a go. And if you do want to change it up in the second half, you can always bring Manu on, or Adam Morton, whoever, or even Eze on. So I think that's the thing. And maybe if Luke Shaw is fit enough to start, then maybe you replace him with Trippier, because Trippier, because he has to use his right foot, he's not a natural left back, Trippier. So we need somebody who's a natural left back. If Shaw's not fit, then obviously start with Trippier, but maybe bring Shaw on in the second half to give him some minutes. That's changes that I would make. Maybe, I don't know, maybe would you start with Saka, or could you rest Saka? I don't know, because look, Saka played all right.
I thought Saka's he's really good on the ball.
He was. He got tired, but he's been injured.
He did, because he's a young lad still. But he's really good. The way he had their left back on his backside.
Yeah. So I would maybe leave Saka on, and then maybe second half bring him off and put Cole Palmer there. Or Jared Bourne back there, because Bourne played well. Obviously, if we win that game, I just hope Southgate doesn't go mad in the third game and make too many changes, because, look, you want to win every group game if you can and finish the group on maximum points, because winning breeds confidence. So if you keep winning, and I'm hoping we'll see a better England team on Thursday. Hopefully, Southgate and his coaches have watched the game back and thought, right, okay, maybe we shouldn't have done this, we shouldn't have done that. And they'll look at it and think, right, okay, this is how we can go forward, and this is how we can beat Denmark. Because that's what we need to see. There's 9 minutes of injury time added on in this game, and it's still 1-0 France. So look, I mean, the thing is, look, we are complaining about last night. We only won 1-0. France are only winning 1-0. You know, Belgium are being beaten 1-0. I think Belgian fans will be in a worse meltdown state than what we are. You know, as much as we didn't like what we saw last night, at the end of the day, we got the job done. We got the win. We got the 3 points. That's most important. I don't care how we win. And I've said this about Newcastle United. I don't care how Newcastle win a game, as long as we win the game and get the points. I couldn't care if we play a shit all game and we get a ricochet off the keeper's backside in the last minute and it goes in the back of the net and we win the game 1-0. I don't care. It's called winning ugly. I don't care how we win a game. You know, I don't care if we don't play attacking football for 90 minutes at Newcastle and it's really boring stuff, but we score a last minute winner. You know, I don't care. It's how you win a game. And that's what England done last night. We saw that game out. Yes, okay, it was nervy. We probably should have won it more comfortably. We probably did stay a bit too defensive at times, which we did do. But overall, the job is done. We've won the game. And I like what Jude Bellingham said in his interview as well at the end of the game. He said, the problem England don't win tournaments is because fans are far too negative. Let's be positive. Look, we've got a squad that can win that Euros. Let's be honest. We have got a squad that can win that Euros. And I'm fully convinced we will win this Euros. Because if you can't think of us winning that Euros, then you're doubting yourself and you're doubting your team. So, look, let's all be positive and think, yes, we can win the Euros, which we can do. We got a talented squad. We got some great players in that squad. We know we can win the Euros. We just got to do it. And let's hope we can do it. So, yeah, let's look forward to Thursday. I know it's a 5 p.m. kickoff. A lot of people might not be able to watch it. I'm actually going to be travelling at the time as well. So I'm going to hopefully get off and watch it somewhere on the way up to Lincoln. But, so hopefully I'll get to see that game at some point. If I have to pull in somewhere and sit in a pub for an hour and a half watching it and then drive on for the rest, then so be it. Even though every pub's probably going to be packed on Thursday. But again, I can see why people are saying it is a silly time, 5 p.m. kickoff, but it is the way it is. It's 6 p.m. in Germany, obviously. But yeah, they've just had a shot on goal, Austria, but into the keeper's arms. I would love to this if Austria score an equaliser, because the meltdown will be absolutely tremendous from the French fans.
Yep.
Yeah. I mean, I'll come to you, Pete. I mean, am I right what I'm saying about England, the negativity? Do you think we should be more positive?
We need to be. It's just some fans don't have the trust in the manager. That's the problem, because they're worried about his tactics, and that's what he needs to fix up. That's the thing.
The thing he needs to do, Pete, with Southgate is he needs to start taking the handbrake off and just let us play freely.
Yep, that's it.
What about you, John?
You got to be positive as well. You got to try to be positive, but Gareth Southgate's make us feel positive. Do you know what I mean? Because at the minute, I mean, the way we're playing in the second half and stuff, you know what I mean? Playing defensive football, it's not making me feel positive, guys. Do you know what I mean? Because I want to see urban attacking football. When you look at the team, the squad we've got, right? The squad we've got, and I've said this millions of times now, you got players like Ford attacking, Saka's attacking, Bellingham, yeah, Palmer, Gordon, Harry Kane, right? We got back four, cool, yeah, but we're still too negative. And I don't want to see that from my team, do you know what I mean? You look at it, right? Yeah. We're so excited for this competition, right? And for me, I'm just going to be it's just going to end up in tears yet again. Let's be real, yeah? A better team. Let's put it this way. We could play Germany, right, in the last 16. If we finish third, for God forbid, and Germany finish at the top, we could play Germany. Do you know what I mean? That ain't going to happen anytime soon. But we have got to start playing attacking football. Like I said, be attacking, be bold. If we lose, at least we walk away with his hand high, because we just say, we've given everything. We had a goal. It just wasn't our night. We can't sell it under this manager, can we? Nah.
Austria now have a corner.
Hopefully he's going to equalise then.
Oh, well, could do off this corner. Depends how well Sabitzer puts it in. Mannion's punched it clear. It's come out to the Austrian player. It's back in the box. Austria's won it back, but France have got it now and are on the attack. But, yeah. So Austria were close to an equaliser, but they haven't gotten it. It's just a case of now, I think there's only, less than 40 seconds left of the game. So, I mean, Andrew says Southgate's a fanny. He says Southgate would take the 1970 Brazil team and get them to all defend. I mean, yeah, I don't know what the attraction is about the defensive side of it, but look, I get he doesn't want to lose a game. I get he doesn't want to lose the game. And I get that. No manager wants to lose a game or draw a game. But look, he's got to take the handbrake off and just let the guys play. In my opinion, Mad Mag says, great, it's ingrained from his Borough days. Get a goal and defend to the end. Am I on? Yes, you are, Ian. You are on, mate. You are on. Guys, we're going to come to the end of the show because it's been a cracking show. Look, and it's been absolutely brilliant. I'll come round the table. France have won, by the way, 1-0. So they've just scraped it 1-0. Pete, do you want to let people know where they can find you and what you've got coming up as well?
So channel down there, PD Proudlock. I'm still waiting for Mason to get back to me if he wants to do a live show of the Premier League fixtures tomorrow. But other than that, preview for Wednesday for the game against Denmark and the live fan reaction show after the game as well, round about 7:15. And the rest of the week, you know, the crazy football show as well.
Is that on Friday, Pete, or
Lovely.
Saturday?
So far, yes.
Friday, yeah.
Yeah.
So far, yes. Unless anything changes.
Cool.
Yeah. John, where can people find you and what have you got coming up?
Thank you very much indeed for having us on, Tony, as usual.
No problem.
Yeah, you can find us on John Sinclair TV. And also, I've just got just over 10,000 subs as well.
Well
so
done,
it's been
man.
a long time in coming. And, just had to, sort with videos and etc. So, yeah, go 10K now. And I've got nothing planned at the minute, to be fair. But I was hoping to do a show tomorrow. But you got darts tomorrow, haven't you, Tony? You got darts tomorrow.
I have tomorrow night, yeah.
Oh, really good. So we had to put it back to, Wednesday you can't do because you got a preview show, Pete, for England.
I've got a preview for Wednesday, yeah.
What I'll probably do, I'll probably have to do it later on in the weekend, sort of thing, like, because I've got nothing planned at the minute, unless I'll do an early one, of course. However, but I do I've got to start doing more vlogs. Hopefully next season, I should be going abroad as well, because the countries I've not done before. Germany, I've not done. Spain, I've not done before. I'm going to do like a weekend away and do a match day vlog over that side if I get time. It'd be good for me channel. I know people have been telling us the last call, Sarah. She's a big Man U fan, and she said I should go and do it. So I'm going to do that. But at the meantime, just keep your eyes open to see what show's going to do. It could be the football talk show, it could be a transfer show, and any breaking news you hear on here first.
Yeah, absolutely. Mad Max says, great show, Tony. Shame Ian wasn't there, though. Chatty's not letting him on till now. I don't know what's going on, Ian. It's something's going on with bloody YouTube at the moment, mate. Andrew says, finally got my keys to the bungalow today, Tony. Only took 3 months. Oh, nice one, Andrew. Well done,
nice
mate.
one.
Well done. You'll have to have your housewarming party, but don't have a decorating party, because I tell you now, they don't go well. They don't go down well, decorating parties, because you'll end up with wallpaper upside down. You'll end up with paint that shouldn't be where it is, and so don't have a decorating party, Andrew. Mad Max says, we can really see you, mate. Take care, everyone. Great show, lads. Thank you, Mad Max. Well, that was a great chat, guys. Yeah, thanks, Ian. No worries, mate. Happy moving, Andrew. Nothing worse than envy you, pal. Great show, guys. Cheers. Ian, thank you very much as usual. There's John's channel there.
Peace.
And Pete, sorry. Don't blame you. Nothing worse, mate. Cynical Jim just watched the France game and jumped on. Lovely, mate. Thank you very much indeed.
Jim.
John Sinclair's channel there. Yes, so my channel it's all black and white TV. So you can find me there. I'm 19 away from hitting 1200. So if you haven't yet subscribed to my channel, then please do so. Evening, guys. Hope you're well. Says Wacky Angler. Good evening to you, mate. I hope you're well too. So what have I got coming up? Well, look, tomorrow I probably won't be doing a show, because I may put a pre-recorded video about the fixture lists. So do keep an eye out for that one. But other than that, I won't have anything live tomorrow, but possibly Wednesday I'll do a Euro roundup at 10 o'clock or 10:30, something like that anyway. So I'll probably do that. And that Thursday I'm not sure what I'll be doing, because I'm away, so I'm traveling, so I've got to try and work it out how I'm going to watch the England game, but I'll work that out somehow, whether I'll have to sit in the pub and watch it just till I go up to anyway, I'll sort that one out. And then I'll probably not have nothing until possibly Saturday after that. I'm not sure, but things could change, so just keep an eye out what could happen. Big up, lads, says Drew Gunners. Big up to you, mate. Hope you're well.
Big up to you, Gunners, mate. Big up to you, man. Hope you're well.
Wacky Angler had a double take there. I thought John converted to Chelsea for a minute.
Oh, no.
Not me.
Just jumping around the channels, hitting that like button. Don't forget, lads, Pete and John are live on their channels as well.
Yep.
Yeah. So yeah, if you're on a different channel and you want to send a like, then I'm on It's All Black and White TV. If you want to switch over there, then smash that like, follow Sean the Sheep, and do give this channel a like as well. And also, if you want, subscribe to my channel, then please do smash the subscribe. It really does help the channel, and it is free to do so. And also hit that bell notification to tell you of any future shows, pre-records, or live shows as well. So there we go. And as I say, I am only 19 subscribers away from 1,200 now. So thank you very much to everybody who's subscribed to the channel so far. It really is appreciated, and it's never ever taken for granted at all, you know. So I'm on PD, says Cynical Jim. Nice one, mate. Nice one.
There you go.
But yeah, look, England's got off to the winning start in the Euros. Yes, okay. Not the greatest performance, we know that. Not the best performance, but at the end of the day, it's a win. It's the 3 points. That's the most important thing. Get the 3 points, get the win. That's what you need. And a clean sheet as a bonus as well. Look, if we can win all 3 games in the group, who knows, we might beat Denmark even more convincingly on Thursday, because you've got to grow up these tournaments. Remember, international football is a totally different football as well, and you've got to grow into tournaments. Tournament football isn't easy, you know. You might play these smaller nations and think, oh yeah, we should hammer them 5 or 6-0. It's not always the case. You know, Belgium probably turned up and thought they're going to turn Slovakia over tonight, and Slovakia turned them over 1-0 as well. So that's how it is. Drew Gunnar says, I'm good, thanks, John. I'm over the moon that we beat Scotland.
Yes.
Obviously, German fan. Wacky Angler says, I'm surprised the club haven't offered Richie a coaching role in the youth setup now that Carrick is leaving. I think Matt Ritchie wants to do his. I think he wants to still play football, so I think Millwall are in for him, as far as I'm aware.
I've heard that.
So, and Blackburn as well. So, anyway, the fixtures are out at 9 a.m. tomorrow. So, who will we get first? Will it be a home game? Will it be an away game? You know, even if we got City first game, if we got City at home first game, I wouldn't mind that, because they always take that time to get sorted anyway. So it could be a good game for us. Liverpool might be a different quantity because they'll be under a different manager, so nobody will know how they're set up to play. But look, whoever it is, we're just excited to see the fixtures tomorrow. See what the one fixture we'll probably be looking at the most to see it when we have, it'll be Ipswich Town home and away, because look, it's the Sir Bobby Robson derby, and it's always a special game when we play Ipswich Town. So, you know, we look forward to seeing the fixture list tomorrow, which would be absolutely fantastic. But do remember, the future is bright. The future is definitely black and white, and for England, it is definitely white as well. But until then, it's a goodbye from me.
Right.
Me, so are we the lads?
Are we the lads? Come on, England.
Go on, England.